Hey y'all, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amber and I love all things handbag related, with a little bit of emphasis on the brands Vera Bradley and Lug. I also occasionally, but rarely, do some content related to concealed carry and how that works with all of these beautiful bags that I love. So if any of that sounds good to you, then stick around and let's hang out. So before I get into today's video, I want to go ahead and say that no, it is not the 4th of July, and no, I am not going to a barbecue today. I don't know why I look like the Statue of Liberty's modern day sister, but this is just what happened when I got dressed this morning, so we're gonna roll with it. So now that that's out of the way, let's get into what this video is really all about. It only took 12 years, 3 months, 16 days, and 4 hours, but she's finally here. My Dory medium has arrived, and so today we are going to take a look at this beauty from head to toe. We're going to go over all the features. I want to show you some comparisons. We're going to do the whole dang thing, right? But before I get into this one, I did pick up 2 new, what are these called? Tenors, I think. Are these tenors? Yes, I'm very bad at this job. I picked up 2 new tenors in the Kelly Green and the Flourish Berry. So I'm going to show you those really quickly, seeing as we're going to use one to compare to that there Dory Mini. Up first is the Kelly Green. Quick overview of the features. Your 2 short grab handles. You do have that longer adjustable 1.5 inch crossbody strap. You have your cell phone pocket right here on the front. It is not wide, it is a vertical pocket. Along the back, 1 long zip pocket with 2 little pen slips in there. Inside the bag, full zip top closure. Comes with the strap. I have already used this one, so things are no longer attached. And the tenor also comes with, that is the back, this little pouch. It'll be clipped onto the key ring, or the little key bungee when you receive it. So, whoops. So it's just clipped on like this, and they tuck it inside. It has a key ring on the end, zip across the top, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 card slots along the front, along with a bill slip pocket there. On the opposite side, you get a nice sized zip pocket. Other than that, it's just your open space. And then on the inside of the bag, against the front wall of the bag here, you have a clear zip pocket. And then 2 little card slots right there, if you can see those. There's one of the little compliment cards. Your second card slot's right under there. They are RFID protected. Love the lining on this Kelly Green. I think it's beautiful. And then right next to those card slots, but on the back side of the bag, you have your key bungee, and then 2 nice sized cargo pockets that are fleece lined on the front. So they have that fleece lining. So that's the quick overview of the tenor. And again, this one is in the Kelly Green color. I do love this color, but the lining is what gets me every time. That, what's it called? Bouquet cream lining. I think it's beautiful, sophisticated, elegant, high class. So I love that one. So that's the Kelly Green tenor, quickly. And then here is the gorgeous Flourish Berry tenor. So sometimes colors don't show up super accurately on my camera, but that's looking a little bit better. That looks fairly accurate to me. This color, to me personally, reads just like a very deep magenta with a very light purpley undertone. Potentially. I'm not an artist. I'm not great with color descriptions, so that could be completely ass backward and I may have just lied to you. But that's what I think it looks like. I love this pattern. I love that it is just the berry color with the white silhouette of the florals on top of it. I think it's beautiful, sophisticated. This bag has all of the exact same features as the Kelly Green that I just showed you, but I will show you the lining on this one. There's that pouch that comes with it, and the lining in the Flourish berry is that hummingbird print that they made. I am not entirely sure on what the name of it is, and I don't see a hummingbird anywhere, so maybe it should just be called a floral. I don't know. But it is hummingbird something. So that is the Flourish Berry Tenor. Now, let's get to what you all came here for. The new Matte Luxe Vegan Leather Dory Medium. This particular one is in the Blue Moon Icepop color. Let's start at the beginning. I actually ordered 3 of these suckers. So I got the Blue Moon for, you know, spring. This is a good, beautiful spring, neutrally kind of all year round type of color to me. I thought it was beautiful. It is a very, very kind of a dusty chambray color with gray undertones, a little bit of gray undertones, but again, I'm not an artist, so that could have been complete BS. I don't know. This is just how I see it. So I got this one because I think you could use this literally any time of the year that you want to, which I would do that anyway because I don't correlate colors of bags with seasons unless it's like a buffalo plaid check, and then you're not going to see me carrying that in the summer. But this is the Blue Moon Icepop, and this is how they arrived to me. I still don't understand for the life of me why none of these vegan leather bags are ever properly wrapped up. They come in this little dust bag, which look, it's cool that they send the dust bag with these, but this dust bag ain't nothing to write home about, okay? It's just not. The only thing that was wrapped up on this bag, either of these bags when I received them, were the straps. What the hell's the point in wrapping up the straps? Seriously, tell me. If the rest of the bag is completely unwrapped, unprotected, except it's in this little dust bag, why did you wrap the straps up? What's the point? I don't know. Maybe I'm completely missing it. But I got the Blue Moon. Beautiful. Love that. Very kind of neutral sort of color for me personally. I love blues. But then, y'all know how I am. And you know, I couldn't resist the Margarita. Is this what it's called? I think it's called Margarita. Let me make sure. Yeah, it's called Margarita. So this one is 100% like a highlighter yellowy green. It's beautiful. Just for a quick comparison for anyone that is curious, this is the lime green in the original nylon fabrication. Next to the Margarita, you can see the difference. The Margarita looks much more yellow. I don't actually have the yellow color in the traditional nylon, so I can't compare those for you. But that's just a visual of the Margarita against the lime. So I will give you a quick peek of the interior on this one. I'm sure you saw it online. But it is those super cute flamingos. Flamingo lime, maybe? I don't know. Super, super cute. Absolutely love this. But I saw the Margarita and I was like, hey, I have to have that one for summer, right? Because spring and summer, really, like, how can you go wrong with this color? It is so bright, so fabulous, so fun. I absolutely love it. So I had all year, and then I had like spring and summer right here. And I was like, but wait, I need one more option for like fall and winter because I don't want to wear this one out too quickly. So I also ordered the rainbow black, or black rainbow, with the new pastel rainbow on it. Whatever it is, I don't remember. And I ordered all 3 of them at the exact same time, but I don't know why, but I got these 2. I've not received the black rainbow yet, so I cannot show you that one. If for some reason it does just magically happen to appear before I get this video completely edited and put up, then I will insert a clip of it showing it to you right here as I talk, I suppose. And if not, then you're just going to see me bobbling my head for a minute because there's not going to be anything to fill this spot. But hopefully it'll show up. So let me move the Margarita back out of the way, and then we will get into the features and comparisons with the Blue Moon. Okay, so as stated in the name, this is obviously made out of the Matte Luxe vegan leather, which makes no sense to me. This in no way, shape, or form feels like leather, vegan leather, or any combination of the two that you could come up with. I don't see it. Like I've told you before, this feels to me like canvas and rubber had a baby, and this is what resulted. Initially, I was a little bit disappointed that they did not release the Dory medium in more of the regular fabrication prints and colors in the traditional nylon. But I'm kind of digging it now that I've got them. Like, I was going to keep them regardless because I've waited on this bag since I saw it in the winter surprise box. So I was going to keep them regardless because I've waited this long for them. And then it took another like 3.5 weeks for me to actually receive them from the day that I placed the order. Or was it like 2.5? 3? We'll split the difference. We'll call it 3 weeks. It took like 3 weeks once I placed the order to actually receive them. So that was frustrating. But I do really, really like it. I even really like the color palette that they went with this time. As I've mentioned before, there's no consistency with Lug. You do not know ever when a new bag is released what colors it'll be in, what fabrication it'll be in at this point, what prints it will be in. They could have just released 3 brand new bags in a generalized particular set of prints or patterns, and then the next one they release 2 weeks later will be in something completely different or a completely different color palette or what have you. So there's no consistency. You literally just never know what they're going to release. But overall, I do really, really like the solid color options that were available in this bag. If they release this in the nylon, I'll probably get 1 or 2 of those as well. But I do really like this. I really am pleased with the overall size and shape and the way it feels and all of that. So let's get into the features. I've talked enough. So on the front of the bag, you obviously have the little charm bar right here. It is the little rubberized piece. Right down here at the bottom, it is still covered, but let me take that off and I will show you. There we go. So right down here at the bottom, you do have the little lug, what's that called? Emblem, the little lug emblem. You have your 2 shorter grab handles at the top. This is the one feature when it comes to this Matte Luxe vegan leather that kind of drives me bananas, is that these straps do this weird curly wonky thing, and you can't, I've not had much success in trying to train them to sit upright or even lay down. They just want to do that funky rolling over thing. But it's not such a big deal that it would keep me from using the bag. So you have your 2 shorter grab handles, and then this does obviously come with the longer adjustable removable crossbody strap. This is a 1.5 inch strap, definitely not my preference. Maybe they'll offer this in the 1 inch and I can get it, but it is in the traditional nylon. This strap is not in the vegan leather. So you get the 1.5 inch traditional nylon strap. Along the back of the bag, you have nothing. So when we turn it back to the front and look at the top, I am sure you're all familiar with the design of the Dory. But you have those 2 soft-lined pockets on either side. So there's one there, and there's one there. So quickly, let's do it with the back. Maybe I can show you better on the back side. This is my phone case. Again, I use a Samsung Galaxy S22, the regular size. My phone, the opening at the top is more narrow than the space that you have inside this pocket. So when I push my phone all the way in there and all the way over to one side, there is still, oh my goodness, there's, like, I can lay my hand flat on this side. There's still that much space on the side of my phone. So that's at least a good 2.5 to 3 inches of additional space just from the size of my phone. So you have that pocket on both sides of your main zipper entry. Now, I did go ahead and pack all of my stuff into this little baby. That's how excited I was. I've been waiting on it forever. So I'm going to unzip it, and then I'm going to give you just a peek at how it looks inside. That's all of my junk crammed inside there. Everything fits really, really nicely, really, really easily. There's still like 3 to 4 inches of room on top of all of this stuff where I have nothing that you could put more. It does look quite full looking at it this way, but if you can actually see, all of this space on the back side is empty. And I have a lot of things in there. So, if I take everything out, I am using a Metro XL in the violet. Was it called violet? I think so. For my wallet, I have my Vera Bradley tissue case in Pirouette Pink. I have a Vera Bradley factory style hair accessory kit pouch as one of my little catch-alls. The other one is another little Vera Bradley domed cosmetics something in the gray and white bandana print. This is a little Isaac Mizrahi pouch that I got somewhere years and years ago. It just holds my coins. I have my cream savers, and no, you guys, this is not the same one that I pack in every single bag. Like, I use them. This is a fresh pack, I promise. I'm not just packing this from bag to bag, never using them. I have my little medication thing. I have my keys, which I did take the big key ring off of because it started to bother me. And then in the slip pockets, this one I have gum, a screen wiper, and a pen. This one I have some papers, a notebook, and another pen on this side over here. So if you can see in there, right back behind those two slip pockets is a zipper pocket. It is not very wide at all. It is a small little zip pocket, but it is a privacy zip. And then you have those two cargo pockets directly in front of the zip. Now you have a key bungee that's on this same side of the wall. So the back side of the bag. Your key bungee is connected right here. And then if we look at the front wall of the bag, you get that clear zip pocket. And I have just a couple of masks shoved in there. One for me and one for my daughter. Because some places we have to go still require a mask. So there's a look at the interior of the Blue Moon. It is that new Dragonfly Icepop thing. It's okay. It's not my favorite, but it's cute. It's okay. So, as you can see, there's a decent amount of room in here. One thing I forgot to show you as well is you do get 4 feet on the bottom, which I also forgot to take the little stickers off of. But one thing that drives me crazy is that both of my bags, both of my Dory mediums, were shipped in plastic mailer bags. I ordered them from QVC, as I'm sure most of you did, because I think that's the only place we can get it right now. And I'm still fairly positive that it shipped out from Lug directly, and it was still in plastic mailer bags. But it was stuffed to keep its shape, right? But that's counterproductive. If you're going to stuff a bag to try and help it maintain its shape, yet you're going to put it in a plastic mailer bag where you know that as it goes through the mailing system, it's going to get smashed, it's going to get crumpled, things are going to hit it and bang up against it, then it's not going to maintain that shape. And so you can see on the bottom where this one got warped. It's, you can see how it's like all kind of wonky and dented in. Now that's not a huge deal because this fabric is very sturdy and durable feeling, but it is still pliable enough that I think my items will push that kind of wave down and kind of work it out of the bag as we go. But it's just annoying that that's how they choose to ship it. But anyway, you get what I'm saying. So that is the overall look at this bag. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all my junk back in here. And then I'm going to grab a couple of other bag styles and show you the Dory Medium compared to those. Alright, so I've put everything back in here. I'm going to go ahead and put my phone case in the front of the bag as well, I think. Just to show you how that looks. Because I know some people get worried that it can make, you know, weird lumps and bumps in the front of the bag. I don't see any of that. So I did put my phone case in there. And then I just shoved all my stuff back inside. Now, I'm going to take this strap off for just a second, and I'm going to show you this bag compared to a couple of other styles to give you a little bit better idea on the size. So, the first and most obvious comparison is the Dory Mini. I do not have the Dory XL, but obviously that one would be much, much larger than this one. But, if I put the Mini and the Medium side by side there, you can see there is a significant size difference. I was a little bit worried when I first saw the Medium on the presentation that it didn't look much bigger than the Dory Mini. So this is my Dory Mini in Sky. But now that I actually have it in my hands, I can see that there is a fairly significant difference. So give me just a second. Let me stuff this one to give it some more shape, and I'll show you proper comparison between these two. Alright, so I stuffed the Dory Mini. Now you can see them a little bit better. So you can see that the Medium is taller. It is wider. If I line them up the best that I can while they're stuffed, that's a pretty decent representation. So you can see the Medium is taller. It's probably 2 inches taller if we look at this front seam, or this seam line around the top of the bag to the other one. It's a couple inches longer once it's filled up. If we look at the base on them, you can see, let me try it this way. That's not too bad. So you can see that the base is significantly bigger. It is deeper. So there is a good difference between these two. Now, normally I would show you what fits in one compared to the other, but in this case, I'm not going to do that because your Dory Medium is going to hold a significant amount more than your Dory Mini. You saw what I had in mind, which is just kind of my everyday essentials, and there was still quite a lot of room left inside this bag. So it is a very good standard satchel style bag. So that is the comparison with the Dory Mini. Now let me show it to you next to a couple of other handbags that are kind of in this same range. Okay, and here's the next one. So this is the Kelly Green Tenor that I just showed you, next to the Blue Moon Dory Medium. So you can see that the Tenor is just a little bit larger. And I have used my Tenors quite a lot. They're one of my favorite styles of bag from Lug. And I can say that the Tenor would hold just a little bit more than the Dory Medium. But not a huge significant difference. So if I show you the bases, as far as width goes, they're very similar. If we look at length, if I can get them lined up, you can see the Tenor is a little bit longer than the Dory. I can't line these up to save my life. There we go. Okay, so the Tenor is just a little bit longer than the Dory Medium. But I think they're probably about the same depth. But the reason that I think you're not going to get a huge amount more in your Tenor versus your Dory Medium is because of the tops of the bags. So where the Tenor, I did stuff this. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I did stuff it to give it proper shape for comparison. But your Tenor has this very triangular shape. So when it gets to the top of the bag up here, it comes to a point. You don't have expansion in the top of this bag. It comes to a point and you have a full zip closure. Whereas with your Dory Medium, you can see you have that width at the top. Even though you have that same sort of top zipper closure where the material comes up to the zipper, this fabric expands across the top. So where this fabric is more pliable and movable and you can get more width across your top or more depth, you can essentially use it like this to where your top zipper closure folds down like a flap so you have that width. I'm just mumbling. Y'all know what I mean. I over-explain sometimes. But that is the Dory Medium next to the Tenor in Kelly Green. And then I'll show you one more. And then again, just for size reference, here is your Dory Medium against your Alto. And I went ahead and compared these because they are both in the Matte Luxe vegan leather. So obviously your Alto is quite a bit taller, so you're going to have that height. And then if I line them up, while they're both stuffed, the Alto is actually not a whole lot wider than the Dory Medium. I mean, it is to a degree because your Dory has this harsher angle on the side, whereas your Alto is more just vertical. So you can see it peaks out here some at the bottom. But overall, you might have an 1.5 inches or so difference in your length on these two. And then if I show you the base on each of them again to the best of my ability. Okay, as far as depth goes on these two, again, relatively similar, very close. But if I line them up, you can see, sort of, that the Alto, again, is quite a bit longer in the base. So, I hope that's helpful to you. Oh, I have one more bag in the Matte Luxe Vegan Leather, so let me grab it and I'll show it to you against the Dory Medium. Okay, so the last one for comparison is my Matte Luxe Jitterbug. So, you can see the Jitterbug is shorter and I'd say the base is going to be about equal on these two when we line them up. But you can see the Dory sticks out beyond the bounds of the Jitterbug. Again, because of those angles, it is taller. You're going to get more in your Dory Medium for sure. If we compare the base again, the Jitterbug is fairly close in depth to the Dory Medium, but I would say the Dory Medium is a little bit deeper. And then if I line them up for length again, actually, this is so difficult. I am not good at lining these up. Okay, that's the best we're gonna get. But actually it looks like the Jitterbug is just a tad bit longer than the Dory Medium, but not by a lot. You're still going to be able to get more in your Dory Medium than your Jitterbug simply because of the height difference and the overall structure. Again, where this one is a shorter bag, it still has those two slip pockets on either side of the main entry, all of that. We know what the Jitterbug looks like. But this bag is just a little bit smaller than your Dory Medium. But just for size reference, I hope that helps you out if you are curious on the size. Okay, so I'm going to put the strap back on now, and I'll show you the best that I can how this bag looks on me. And then, I thought it would be fun to actually kind of play dress up with this bag. It's something I haven't done before, but I'll show you what I mean. So at the shortest length, let me get it truly to its shortest length there. So that is about where it would hit me at its shortest length. So that's totally fine. As far as the length goes, that's about, you know, where my arm would bend. I could just hold the front of the strap, rest of my arm there. That's totally fine. So now let me adjust it out to crossbody length, and I will show you how that looks on me. And then we'll play dress up a little bit. I have to say too that this nylon strap seems softer than the others that I normally receive. Like, this one is not near as stiff and rigid as they normally are, in my opinion anyway. Okay, so crossbody on me. Again, I am like 5'2", so I'm quite short. But that is how it looks just on the side. And if I pull it around to the front, that's about how it looks on me. I think that's really cute, actually. Yeah, I really like it. I'll stand up here and try to show you. That's not helping at all, is it? Because you still can't see much. But that's about how it looks on me, where it's sitting against my hip. Yeah, I think this is a really, really cute crossbody. It's a great size, not too big, not too small. Okay, so I took the longer strap off of this one, just for convenience for a second, because I want to play dress up with this bag. This is not something I normally do because I am not a person that really uses like bag charms or things like that. But I thought, why not? Let's see what it looks like. So I have a few different options. So this is one of my lug chain straps that came with, I don't even remember what the bag style was called, but one of the flap bags. And I thought it might be fun to see what it looks like on the Dory Medium. I have tried this on the Dory Mini and it's super cute. But let's see if it fits the Dory Medium. And I did go with Lug's own chain strap because it's the exact same match for the hardware. But if we hook it to the opposite D-rings and just kind of let it hang there. I don't know. It's not bad. I think it's cute. If you were to try to use this as a shoulder strap, that makes it a much, much shorter shoulder drop. Like you can see if I sit down there, that would make it quite a short shoulder drop. But I think just as a decorative little accent to the bag, it's not bad. It's cute. But that's probably not my favorite. So let me try a different one really quickly. So I've kind of gotten into, I guess, decorating my bag just a little bit more lately. I still very rarely do it, but I like having different options that I can use when I want to do it. And so for that, I found some really cool stuff. Because I fall down these rabbit holes all the time when I get fixated on something. And this is one of the things I found. You probably can't see it real well now. But it's like this little rainbow colored strap. It has all these different colors in it. So this hardware is not going to be a perfect match because the hardware on this one is silver. But just as a little decoration, that's pretty dang adorable. Oh my gosh. So you can see the colors better in it now. There's like yellow and pink and green and just every color under the sun is in that little chain strap. But it's just super cute. You could definitely do like crook of the arm with it. You know, if you still wanted to keep your longer crossbody strap, you could definitely do crook of the arm with this one. I don't think I would do shoulder because again, that's really, really short. But you could do single strap handheld, or definitely the crook of the arm, or you could just leave it like as little decoration on there. That's super, super cute. So that's the second one. And then I have a couple more ideas we'll try just to see what they look like. So my next thought was just a regular bag charm. And this is a little Vera Bradley bag charm from the factory outlet. It was one of the winter holiday pattern things that they came out with. But I thought it matched really well with this blue color. So a couple different ways. If we just clipped it onto the side like a regular bag charm and let it hang. That's not bad. That's cute. But I don't know. I'm not a big bag charm person because things hanging off the side of my bag just kind of, you know, banging into it can drive me crazy sometimes. But that's not bad. That is cute for a little bag charm. But I also saw somebody, and I wish I could remember who it was, but I can't remember who posted this. But I saw somebody use the little charm bar to put bag charms on. And I'm sure several people have done this, but I saw somebody do it, and it made me think about it, or think about doing it on this bag. So if you were to hang it off the front, that's kind of cute. The ring on this one, like the quick release D-ring on this one, is quite large. But that's kind of cute little decoration to the front of the bag, and it's not banging around near as much as it was on the end down here. So that's not bad at all. That's cute. And this one matches really well. And then one more thing that came to my mind. Now, I don't know how this one's going to work at all, but we will try it. So I have a bunch of these little twilly scarf things that I purchased from Amazon quite a while ago. And I got them because I wanted to protect the handles on some of my leather bags, and I think they can look really cute if you do if you do it right. So I thought maybe this would look cute on one of these, and I don't know, but I'm just gonna see. So let's see what it looks like. So if I just tie this around, I'm just gonna do this kind of loosely and just see how it looks. Y'all, I actually kind of like it. I didn't think I was actually going to like this one. But just tying the little floofy, kind of messy bow on there, that's kind of super cute. Oh my gosh. I literally just tied a bow around the handle. But can you imagine, not this particular colorway, but a lighter one with some like pastels in it for spring? And you just tie that little bow on there, especially if you're hand carrying your bag that day. Oh my gosh, that would be adorable. So I'm going to have to find some little pastel twilly things now. I actually like this one. I think this might be my favorite. Either the bow or the little rainbow chain. But that is it, I think. I can't think of anything else that I really wanted to go over as far as this bag goes. I love it. I'm super glad that I got it. I'm glad that I picked up the 3 that I did, especially now because they're like all gone. I have no regrets. I'm glad that I got it. I still hope they release it in the regular nylon, I think, because I would still probably pick up a couple more of those. This to me is just such a great universal everyday size. It's got these little top handles you can grab for, you know, easy grab and go. It's got the long adjustable removable strap. You have the size and the depth on this to put all of your essentials and more inside here, but the bag is not so big that it's overwhelming. It's just, I think this is a great universal size. And as soon as I heard the mention of a Dory medium that was going to be a little bit larger than the mini Dory, I was pretty dang sure that I was going to like it, and it's just confirmed. I'm super happy with this bag. So let me know, did you pick up one? What color did you get? Have you received it yet? Are you happy with it? Are you disappointed with it? Just let me know. Give me all the details down below. If you guys have any comments, questions, or you just want to say hello, then as always, please leave me a message down below because I love to chat with y'all. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye, guys.